so much for tapping in with me today. Welcome to This Ain't Pretty. I'm so excited. My mind is going 10 million miles per second right now because it's like, how did I get to this point on this couch with this mic, with you watching? Let's just say it's a God thing. This Ain't Pretty came to me earlier this year, maybe the end of last year, when I finally decided to do like what I feel like I'm called to do. I love talking to people, interacting with people, helping them through their problems. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a therapist. I am a divorcee. As a former single parent, teenage parent. What else have I been through? Just a lot, just a lot of different things. And I feel like what better way to share my wisdom and knowledge, my funny stories, the good, the bad, and the ugly, than to get on this mic, sit on this couch, and rock out with you. And for those who feel like, you know what, I have to wait till everything's perfect, because that was the mentality I had before I really got started, because I wanted to start a podcast like probably 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. And I felt like nothing was coming together, but I don't believe I actually put forth the effort. But this time, as the vision of the podcast, the trajectory of it, the theme, and how I wanted to do it, as it changed, more and more things came to me, and I really developed my my picture for it, my theme, my zhuzh, my feel, like all the things. You know what I'm saying? So here we are, and I know there's a lot of people that are like, there are things that I want to do. There are things that I have to accomplish. You have a dream, you have a vision, you have a goal, you have a business, a podcast, a book. What else are we doing these days? A TED Talk, anything that you can think of. Like, there are people right now, you watching this video, feel like I'm supposed to be doing this, and you're waiting for the perfect moment. You are waiting for everything to be right. You want to have your skin got to be right, because a lot of people like, yo, I'm like, I got a pimple when it was time to start. Like, why all of a sudden did I get a pimple? I said, well, I don't want to be on camera until, I shed a few more pounds, because you want, the camera add 10 pounds. So you want to look better. You want to have all the setup. I wanted a studio. This ain't a studio. You in my living room right now. Okay. But we always want things to be perfect. We want them to be without flaw. You don't want anything to go wrong. But reality of the situation is if you want it, if you desire it, you're going to have to fight for it. And if it's not a fight, you're going to have to overcome something to get it. I don't care what it is, whether it's going to school to get your education. When you go to start that business, there's going to be some type of hiccup. You're going to feel like there's somebody that's out there that doesn't want you to do it. It can be a loved one. It can be a manager. It can be a supervisor. It can be a friend. It can be the guy down the street at the grocery store that you talk to from time to time. But for whatever reason, they feel like a blockage. And you have to push past that.
Can I say something?
Absolutely. What's up?
It can also be your kids. We had to fight for it
That's
this
true.
evening to get set up,
That's true. The kids crying, don't want to go to bed. They're excited, sharing in the excitement. My son more hard-headed tonight than he been in his little 5 years of life. So it's always something that's there to prevent you from achieving what you want to achieve. But the question is, like, how bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to fight for it? Like, if you had to go through 100 things to get it, but it's the thing that's going to make your heart happy. It's that thing that's going to bring you joy. It's going to put a smile on your face, and you're going to feel accomplished. Like, what are you willing to do for it? And I'm telling you, when I tell y'all I've gone through some tears to get here, to sit on my own couch and talk to my husband's phone with Mike. Like, I've gone through tears. I have had long prayers, long cries.
A lot of overthinking.
Oh my gosh. The overthink was overthunk. Okay. I would overthink overthinking. Like, it's crazy. But you have to just get out of it. Even when it came to what topic to do, it's like, should I talk about that? Can I talk about that? Is that going to be an okay topic? Well, how do I start? Well, do I need to get a, what's it called? Like a an agenda? Do I need to get questions? Should it be an interview? Yo,
Another journal.
oh God. And we ain't gonna talk about all the journals and tablets that I bought. And I feel like every time I had an idea for it, I was like, okay, let me go on Amazon. Let me buy a new pen. Because you can't write in a new journal with an old pen. Okay? Because you got to get the pens.
It's amazing how many things your brain can come up with to
How many excuses?
how many excuses you
Yes.
can come up with to just get started.
Yes. And
It's always gonna be something.
they'll never stop. They will never stop. I mean, even tonight, like we've had a long week, long 2 weeks. I promise you, feel like we have not had a day off. We have not had any downtime. We have been going nonstop for the last 2 weeks minimum, maybe 2.5 weeks from traveling with our kids and everything. And just like, Lord, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted and I'm so sleepy. Like, I'm not a person that take naps, right? Like at all. I may be able to fall asleep for a nap once a month, maybe once every other month. Yesterday, I passed out. Like, should have needed a nap. I wanted to pass out today, but I had other stuff I had to do. And then as the night went on, I said, let's start setting up. Because if we don't, we're not going to do it. And it took us about an hour, yeah, a little over an hour to get everything set up. Excuse me. And if we would have started when we said, but the alarm that went off on our phones said, I probably been up here nodding off, just dozing, because it's been a long one. But I say all that to say, now is your time. Right now.
Now is your time too.
And now is my time. So I'm glad we have this time together. And the crazy thing is I'm even jumping on here and I didn't have a topic outside of like really going with your purpose, right? Like my purpose is to speak life into people, to encourage people, to talk through problems. So if you're watching this, drop a problem, drop a topic that you would want to talk about, something that you will want insight on or a different perspective on. Because I'm not going to act like I'm, a genius in all things. I'm not super studied in all these theological or philosophical or psychological issues. But what I do know is that whenever I speak to somebody, whenever I'm talking to you, I have your best interest in my heart. And I got my best interest too. And I always tell people I don't care what I walk away from. Whenever I walk away with my name. And my name carries weight. And so when you hear the name Alasia J, I want you to think good things. I want you to feel good things. I want you to be like, you know what? That person made a difference in my life. She cares. She loves. She feels. Because that's who I am.
And one other thing that people can, you know, I guess realize about you too, not only just good, just real. Like the real comes with what that sign says behind you.
It ain't pretty. And so I'm glad you said that. Thank you. This ain't pretty. Where did that come from? Yo, we live in a filter focused world. We want the perfect shot. Like I said, we want the perfect situation before we start our businesses and our dreams, but we also want to put out the perfect image for the world to see. Like, I need the filter, I need my right angle, I need my lighting right. Let me get my lashes. For the dudes, let me shape up that beard. Let me get that, was it Beijing, how you say it? Yeah, Beijing. So we want to get the perfect shot. Let me get my lineup. girls, we be holding a little purse over our little pooch at the bottom. We want to put out the perfect image. Reality is, ain't none of us perfect. None of us. Won't and never will be. It was only one perfect man. Okay, and unfortunately, he ain't living on this earth in the physical form right now. So this ain't pretty came from my husband and I were just talking, and I was trying to think of a name for a podcast because my original name was You Talk Too Much. And that came from being the kid. I was that kid that talked a lot. And when I was little, people were like, shut up, Lasia, you talk too much. Gosh, you always got something to say. You always in grown folks' business. Shut up, be quiet. Shut up. You talk too much. I heard it my whole life. So coming into adulthood, I was like, all right, let me be quiet. Let me not say too much. And as I began to develop my voice again, as I began to no longer be afraid to speak and open up to people and be my authentic self, I realized that, I had a lot to say, and the things that I said were impactful, and that was important to me. And though talking is the thing that works for me to make an impact, the thing that you put your hands to do can impact somebody. And I don't care if it's carving a sculpture, painting a picture, singing a song. Lord knows I wish I could sing, because I would sing all day, every day. But whatever it is that set yourself to do, whatever it is that you feel that you need to be doing, like, do it, because it's going to make a difference in somebody's life. I don't care if you don't see it right now. It's happening. And I had to realize that no matter what, even my heart and my mind would tell me at times, even the doubt I felt in myself, it don't have to be pretty. It don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to all be together. Like, flaws and all, I'm that girl. Flaws and all, I'm that woman. Flaws and all, I'm that wife, that mom, I'm all that. And if I can't tell myself that, nobody else can see that. So it was like, yo, you that dude, you that guy, you that man, you that husband, you that father, you that mother. You're everything that you're supposed to be. You just have to walk in it. And it's not an easy thing. It's not always a pretty thing. Like, new parents be worn out. Eyes be puffy. The baby crying and throwing up. You ever go to change a diaper in the middle of the night and the baby pee in your bed or poop in your bed? That ain't cute. This ain't pretty. When you dealing with the trauma of your family, of people talking about you, it ain't pretty. This ain't pretty. Like, and that's life.
When you decide to change your life, it ain't gonna be pretty at all.
No, it's not.
There'll be pretty moments after the ugly, but hey, just because you made a decision to change your life, that ain't mean that it's just tomorrow everything gonna be different when you wake up.
Factual.
Only thing different is your mindset.
Factual.
You gotta roll with it.
And even your mindset don't change overnight. You have to constantly tell yourself different. You have to constantly tell yourself, no, this is important. No, I have to do that. No, I have to do this. And sometimes things get delayed and pushed back, and you're like, am I supposed to do this? Well, if it was supposed to be done, then I would have finished already. If it was supposed to be done, it would have been easier. If it was supposed to be, no, it's not. Like, anything that come too easy probably gonna go real easy too. It's like, you think about it, what tastes better, if you bought a hot pocket and put it in the microwave, or when grandma used to make the roast and it's been on a stove in a crock pot for 6 to 8 hours while y'all was at church or something, or she went to fishing. If you had a grandmama or granddaddy that fish, what's better, the microwave or the slow roast? You know what I'm saying? That home cooked meal or McDonald's.
I want some fish.
Shut up.
I want some fish. Hey, well, you know it's some good fish when you don't have the S&A.
You got the fish. Give me a fish sandwich.
Get some of that fish.
And let it be fresh too. Oh my gosh. I used to work at this restaurant where the man would go fishing and they catch it for the weekend and they clean it, because I don't want cleaning no fish. What, we fry that fish up? Because that would fit with some hot sauce.
But remember, it's fish before you eat it.
Okay,
Well, no,
so
it's fish
before you cook
before
it.
you cook it.
Okay,
And
so
after you cook it, it becomes fish.
so they clean the fish, and then we'll cook it, And then we make a fish
Yeah,
sandwich.
because you gotta cook the out of it.
Okay, I'm not fooling with you. So, anyways, all that to say, the things that you want the most take time. They take work. They take effort and energy. And you're going to be exhausted sometimes, and you're not going to be feeling it sometimes. Because imagine you have your business and you making money, and it's time to file your taxes, or you got to get your book straight, or you feeling like some money missing, and you have to stay up late this night and go in and fix your books and make sure everything is right, or you have to do your inventory. And it's like, I'm exhausted. I've been working all week. I had a business trip and I had to come home and deal with this and deal with that. Even if you don't have kids, life gets exhausted and you get tired because you have to go. There's things to do. It doesn't matter. It's that thing. If you want it bad enough, you going to work hard enough. Like, I would guarantee you that Elon Musk had nights where he was tired as heck. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos had nights he was tired as heck. Who the other dude? Apple. Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Tired. Steve Harvey. Tired. These people work hard. You understand what I'm saying?
So you remember that man you were just talking about a while ago who ain't here in the physical no more, but here in the spirit? He got tired.
He got tired. Jesus got tired.
He had to get away from them folk, man.
Listen, everybody gets tired, and it gets hard, and it gets frustrating, but it's worth it when you see it come into fruition. When you sitting on the couch with your poof pillow and your producer looking all delicious, and you finally got your sign and you got everything set, you say it's worth it. And there's plenty of things I look around that I'll be like, you know what, I'll change this, I'll tweak that. I want to fix this, I want to fix that. Guess what? Over time, it'll get better. Over time, it's going to improve. I'm so done. Over time, like, you see the growth. So it's like where y'all see me now, in I don't know how many episodes, you know what I'm saying? I don't know after how many conversations, but eventually this small intimate setting is going to become a different intimate setting, because I still want it to be intimate. It's not going to be on my couch in my living room. And if one of my kids starts snoring too loud, you're going to hear them. But it's about just doing it, man. Like, yo, Nike got it right. Just do it. Don't think about it too much. Like, I'm not, but correction, thinking about it, as long as you're planning it, is optimal. That's how you do it. But don't think for thinking's sake. Don't think yourself out of a good thing. Don't think yourself out of your destiny, out of your purpose, out of your dream. Because when you sit there and you're like, well, how is this supposed to happen? Well, how am I supposed to make that happen? Well, my mama said and my daddy said, and I ain't have a mama and I ain't have a daddy. Because some people got it that rough. But you won't be the first and you won't be the last. But you fulfilling your purpose and your dream may give another person hope. You fulfilling your purpose and your dream may be that opportunity that changes not one person's life, not 10 people's lives, but a whole freaking generation. You look at, Steve Jobs. You look at Tesla. You look at Ford. Okay, imagine if, what's his name, Henry Ford wouldn't have designed the vehicle. We'll still be in horse and buggy in 2025. But when you go, you step out and you do something crazy that's never been heard of, or even if it has been heard of, but you do it your way, you do your thing on it, you put your stank on it, it's going to reach your people. And remember, everything you do ain't for everybody. My husband has made songs and he be like, hey, he in there vibing. He like, yo, this is it. He like, yeah, this is fire. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, as long as you love it.
She don't see the vision, y'all.
As long as you love it, my dear, I support you. Okay? And that's something you got to know too. You can do your thing and ask the wrong person if they like it. No, actually, you asking the right person because you need somebody to tell you no so you can stick to your guns because it's your passion. It's not theirs.
But here's one thing too, like if God calling you to do it, first off, like you gotta be obedient.
For sure.
Just do it.
For sure.
And just do it. I mean just do it, just do it, just do it. And along the way, the things will unfold the way they should be.
Absolutely.
Because we tend to want to be in control a lot.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got.
He said he didn't want to be my co-host, y'all, but he feeling a little co-hosty. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Because he helping me flow too. Because I don't want to sit here and be like, and start looking ditzy. Even if it's cute and ditzy, you know, like the dumb cute girl. I'm not her though. I'm not her. I'm cute, but I ain't dumb. Um, so, but yeah, every no is an opportunity for you to believe in yourself. Because if everybody told you yes all the time, it's a very, very strong possibility that when you get there, the imperfections are going to unfold.
Or when you get there and you start to get critiques from maybe people you're not wanting to hear from, or just whatever, you won't be prepared to hear that stuff. You know
when you hear the negative,
negative. And the thing is, it may be somebody who really got a great intention to help you out, to give you something constructive. But if you don't have the right people, the real people around you, like, yo, that is not it.
Yeah.
Or that's it.
Yeah.
Or that's close to being it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you get there, whatever there is,
right, you define your there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because if we look at Tyler Perry, and what's the name of that movie? Fall from Grace. Yo, if you like me, we ragged him on that movie. I'm saying we because I was one of the ones like, what? The wigs, some of the editing was just like, what we doing, my guy? But he continues to do his thing. And when it comes to the naysayers and the critics and the people that don't like his stuff, he was like, well, it's not for you. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, everything is not for everybody. And that's fine. What's for you is for you. Mint chocolate chip ice cream, I think, is disgusting. My daughter loves it. You know what I'm saying? But
can I throw a little bit of Bible on there? I won't get too crazy. Is that cool if I throw some Bible in there?
You could throw some Bible in there.
All right. So there were 12 tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
God didn't make one.
Period.
There was 12.
12.
Everybody won for everybody.
Everybody ain't for everybody.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Now they can work together for a greater cause, but everybody ain't for everybody.
Yeah, and then there's people that won't necessarily even vibe with you or feel like your product or your discussion or whatever, like whatever it is that you do, your book is for them, but they'll be willing to invest because they believe in your vision and your dream. So remember, it's not always about getting people that think like you, but it's people that can think even bigger than you, people that can think differently than you, people that will encourage you in a way that you can't even see. You know what I'm saying? Because if all of us are sitting in one room and all of us are thinking the same way, there's probably going to be a problem that comes up within our design that we're going to miss. That's why whenever there's teams of engineers, you have different engineers working on it. It's never like one. Like when you want something to be well oiled, when you want a good running machine, you have different people because people see things from different perspectives, different angles. And when you're looking at it from all these different perspectives, you catch things that, you know what I'm saying? Like other people will catch something that you couldn't. And that's what you need them for. And that's why even that no can be your push to a different perspective. It may make you look at it differently, even if they don't give you the critique and say, hey, this is what you need to change. Specifically, if you don't like their idea, you may take a piece of it and it becomes perfected. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the journey we are on, it ain't pretty. But the whole purpose of this, my desire for this, is for us to embrace the ugly as we find our purpose. That's what we're here for. Because there's going to be hard times. There's going to be difficult times. It's going to be some downright disgusting times if we real. And I don't mean nothing, extra crazy. But when I say disgusting, it's just like in the way you feel and what you're going through in the what am I saying, obstacles that you facing, life that's going on around you. It get real ugly. And like throughout this pod, as y'all come and y'all tap in with me, we're gonna go through some of the things, and I'm gonna tell you some of the stories where my life was straight up crazy. And it was like, yo, from suicide ideation to drinking way too much and smoking way too much, sexing way too much, domestic violence situations, you know what I'm saying? Like witchcraft, family trauma, family drama, relationship problems. My favorite topic is like relationships and stuff. Obviously, if I'm a marriage and family therapist, that's not my favorite topic, but they don't need to know all that yet. But when we get to that topic, they gonna know it's my favorite. You feel me? So it's like, yo, all the things we go through in this life are. Sorry, Mike. Any closer? Oh, I'm touching. My bad. I'm new to this. I'm not yet true to this, but give me a little bit and we'll get there. Cause I ain't used to. I talk with my hands. What's that? What's that? I'm. That's what it is. I mime when I talk. I used to praise dance. When I used to praise dance, we called them pantomimes. Did you ever hear that phrase? Pan- It was churchy. So we used to pantomime, and we used to actually do our dances with sign language. So we used to actually incorporate sign language into our dances. But don't steal our idea. We was fire like that. We used to be some fire praise dancers for real. But we never paint our face. We thought that was kind of creepy. Some of the people used to look real weird painting their faces. I ain't do that. Yeah, we weren't doing all that. But anyways, I said all that to say I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have gotten this far. It's a little surreal. Like how long we been recording?
We were at 27 minutes and 33 seconds.
27 minutes. I can't believe I've been sitting on the couch talking for almost a half hour.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you. So, as I mean like as we round off, as we finish up, like I'm excited for all that this journey is gonna be. I'm excited for you joining me. Yo, I promise you, if you take this walk with me, if you continue to tap in, you will not be disappointed. Cause we gonna go deep, we going crazy on some stuff. Like I get real silly and goofy, y'all. Like I'm really silly and goofy, but I'm also very passionate. So if you be like, dang, why she so hype about that? I'm very passionate. I let her have fun, but I be serious about what I'm serious about. You feel me? So I'm going to cut up. I'm going to throw a joke or two in there. And as y'all hear, my producer slash husband, he going to throw a couple jokes in there. But we for real about impacting lives. And yo,
Don't forget to tell them to do all the like, subscribe, or YouTube stuff right there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're excited, and I know you are, about This Ain't Pretty, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. You have a friend, a cousin, a partner them that needs to hear this. Oh yeah, and drop like I said, drop comments about things you want to talk about, questions you have, something that's bothering you, somebody that made you mad, an annoying boss. Don't drop nobody name. Don't get fired. But make sure you drop a comment and talk to me. I want to make sure that everything we're talking about is relevant to your life. You feel me? And sometimes we may have split episodes where we talk about different things. But I want to thank you so much. Thank you for tapping in with This Ain't Pretty. I'm Alasia J. Peace.